Ah, bollocks.
Alright guys, welcome to another video. This is a wee bit different from anything I've ever done before. Just bear with me and I'll explain. I was up in the loft tonight and I came across some bits of paper. Now what it is basically when I bought a system, I can't remember what system it was and when I got it. When I got the machine, it was, the guy had not just included games and that kind of stuff, he'd actually included bits of paper that he'd cut out of magazines and maps and that kind of stuff. So I'm one of these guys, I love anything that's kind of historical, anything kind of game related that's quite historical I've hung on to. So it's kind of 2 packs of just numerous bits and pieces. So what we're going to do is just go through it and just see what we can find. So to kick things off, this is pack 1. Now it's got a lovely fusty smell. I'm guessing most of this stuff's about 30 years old, if not more. Right, okay, let's have a look. I've got no idea what these things are. Number, don't know what these are. There's loads of these. Don't know. Now there appears to be what looks like, what do you call it? A Trivial Pursuit type of thing. So these are all more of these things, don't know what these are. Right, next thing. Now this is what we used to do back in the day. Now this didn't belong to me, this came from somebody else. You can see here somebody has photocopied the instructions for, now was that Lords of Midnight? I think it might be. Yeah, they've taken the time to photocopy the whole book. Yeah, I think that's Lords of Midnight. And I've put a little bow around it, they've tied it off. That's what we had to do back in the day, guys. Some of the games were so complicated that you really needed instructions. Next one, you can see here it's another homemade instruction jobby. This time this is Lords of the Midnight, sort of Lords of Midnight. And again he's tied the thing off. So this was obviously somebody who went to great lengths to actually play copied games. Not that I condone anything, obviously. So yeah, there we go, photocopied instructions for Lords of Midnight. I'm just going to there we go, zoom back a wee bit. Right, what's this? The definitive crash guide, all time greats. There's a picture of Thundercats on the front. So what have we got? 3D Ant Attack, 3D Death Chase, Attic Attack, Bobby Bearing Commando. Yeah, so this was obviously a giveaway in Zap, Driller Dundalek. Exelon Fairlight. Yeah, it's actually in very good condition. So yeah, that was obviously given away free in Zap. Now this is more interesting. There we go, Dan Dare, Pilot of the Future. Now this is a homemade map. They've gone to great lengths here, wall cannon, energy cell, floor gun, ammo, SDS key. Very good, very impressed with that. And you've got at the top here the Mekon, which I think was the thing that you were trying to... Look at the detail. Don't know what that is exactly, but yeah, this guy also went to a lot of bother mapping games. I never did that back in the day, I was too lazy. Don't know what this is. What does it say here? It must be good to be young at heart, like you if you agree, wave pension B. No idea what that is, but that looks like some sort of map for a game. Like I said, some of this stuff might not be game related. No idea what these are. Look like little, I don't know, sea creatures or something. Don't know. These appear to be blank pieces of paper. Next thing. There we go. That just dates it. A receipt for dated the 14th of March 1987. Toddlers, a Storm Design production. Obviously a little, it's a little cartoon booklet thing. Toddlers featured on the, I think it was ST and also on the Commodore Amiga, and it was given away. There we go. Toddlers graphic novel presented by Storm and the One magazine, which was an excellent magazine. Now here, there's obviously various maps Glider Rider. Is this out of Spectrum? Is this out of Zap or... Oh, there we go. Crash 1986. There you go. Commodore Spares. PLA unit 1899, ROM 1599. I love all these kind of things. It's just you know, these are antiques in their own way. You know, they're part of history. Next one, what's this? Big double pager. This is Uridium. Quite a strange game of a map for Fairlight 2. Next one is the Diary of Istvar, the Forgotten Site. Ah, there we go, Fairlight 2. You can see it there. So this guy was obviously big in his tips. And there's one here, Avenger the Map. Bloody hell, you need keen eyesight to be able to read that. Oh dear. Oh, I thought that was Sam Fox's strip poker. They stole $1 million. Also another map of some sort. This is Pyracurse. I was always amazed at how people could actually sit down and have the patience to make all these kind of maps and that kind of stuff. This one, Nodes of Yesod. But the thing is, if you wanted to get anywhere in these games, you really had to do stuff like that. Right, again, there's more of these. I've got absolutely no idea what these are. Does anybody know what these are? Don't know. Some sort of... It just looks like a piece of toilet roll. Well, that's not game related, I wouldn't have thought. More maps, what's this? Because that is very, very small. Let's see what it tells you. No, I don't know what that is. Can I see that up close? No, I don't even recognise the game. I don't know, can anyone else see what kind of game that is? Don't know. Oops, a daisy, just drop more of these things. Glider Rider. Yeah, the guys that made these must have had a lot of patience. Like more of these things. Here's a map of a really good game, Cobra. That was programmed by Joffa Smith, sadly no longer with us. Domark's Revenge. He's even mapped out the keys of the Spectrum. It's pretty mental to think that when this guy designed these, what, I don't know, 30 years ago, here we are looking at them on the internet. Dynamite Dan 2, the map. Dandy the map. What's this? Another map I'm thinking. Yep, it is. Oh, there we go. Dandy by Stephen Hill and Misha Welsh. There we go. Another map. This time it is Fist 2. Yeah. And Tyriad. I actually completed that game on the C64. I wasn't a big fan of these kind of games, but there we go, the Rambo solution. So this guy was quite a sort of completist when it comes to kind of keeping stuff. What's this one here? Key. Don't know what that is. That doesn't tell you what the game is. Graph paper. That was probably the foundation to the computer industry back in the early days. Spellbound, Pokes, etc. There we go, Pajama Rama. Loved that game. Another one, Cauldron 2. You know what's quite interesting when you actually see all the screens laid out, you can see it actually forms the castle, which is a logo for Palace Software. There you go, you wouldn't actually notice that unless you mapped it like that guy. There's another one, what's this? Spellbound. Tips on next page. More tips. What's this? I'm not quite sure what game that is. Don't know. This one, Bionic Commando. Right, okay, the rest of that pack was pretty much just tips and that kind of stuff. Now, the second pack, this is quite interesting actually. It has got cassette inlays. Now, not the actual game, just an actual cassette inlay. So there we go, Commando. Dukes of Hazzard. I wonder if these were given away by a magazine or something. They're all Elite Roller Coaster. They're all mint condition as well. Bomb Jack. Cockatini Wolf, or Wolf, however you pronounce it. And Grand National. Strange. They're all really good condition. I'm wondering if they're actually given away with a magazine or something like that. So yep. Also, what have we got in here? The Korth Trilogy, Escape from Archaron. I don't know what this is exactly. I'm guessing it's kind of game related. Doesn't tell you anything about it. Right, this adventure pack contains an illustrated science fiction adventure story plus a cassette with three specially created programs for your Spectrum. Right, so it's obviously part of an adventure game for the Spectrum. Some more plain tips. Now, interestingly, this guy here, I always thought he looked like me back in the 80s. I always thought that. Robin Candy. I wonder if he's as good looking as me now. We shall never know. Right, this here we go. A bright one, enter, poke. Blah 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 blah. So it's obviously it's a poke or a cheat for some game. Here we go. C90 cassette inlay. What's he got here? Beachhead 2, Rambo, Sir Fred, Starquake, Dark Star. Inside 2 got Dark Star, Eddie Kidd, Heroes of Can, Scuba Dive, Dark Life, Special, what is that, of something? Special Operations, and Sabre Wolf. See, this was how we rolled in the 80s. This was gold, a cassette, a C90 with all these games in it. And another C90, what's he got? Lords of Midnight, Blood Axes, Strange Loop, Pyjamarama, Tales of Arabian Nights, and Falcon Patrol 2. And on side B we've got Movie and Elite. Fighting Warrior makes a winged crusty something. Add 6 points to something. Yeah, I'm not quite sure if that's tips or whatever. The Korth Trilogy, right? Okay, so this looks like the kind of cassette inlay thing. Yeah, that's a cassette inlay for this particular game. A software adventure pack made by Penguin. Oh, I didn't realise they actually made games. There we go. Right, here we go. Another cassette inlay. This time it's a C15. Scuba Dive. Now I'm sure they had Scuba Dive in that other one. Penetrator, Jack the Nipper. Scuba Dive, yep, Jack the Nipper even. The battery's starting to run out and the things I'll need to batter on quick. Infiltrator. Obviously some keys for that game. Now it looks to me, this is hardcore piracy. It looks to me this is one of these piracy code things. You've got letters and numbers. Yep, that is what you call hardcore piracy. Just shows you that, it didn't matter what they did, they're always going to get round it. The Bristol and West Building Society, the Money Building Society. Again, instructions for some game. This is my favourite. Some more C90s. What have we got here? Bruce Lee, Commando, or Kamado. Fighting Warrior, Back to School, DM and DT, don't know what that is, and Roland's something another. Side 1, Commando, Finders Keepers, Yep. He's even made his own cassette inlay. Superb. Right, C15. What have we got? Baseball match day. Oh, we're running out of time, running out of battery power. He's actually Tipex that over, obviously, to use it for something else when he never actually got round to it. Oh, here's instructions. Ah, there we go. Rock and Wrestle instructions. It was a bloody awful game. That was technically the sort of like the predecessor or the successor to Way of the Exploding Fist, and it was an awful game. Well, that's maybe not entirely true. It's not an awful game. Well, we're all disappointed. I was certainly disappointed with it. Right, I've got 7% in the battery. Underworld Pista. Flight Simulation, Stop the Express. W.H. Smith C15. You couldn't even buy one of these now. Rommel's Revenge 3D Star Strike. It's interesting that somebody would actually hang on to these. I mean, the actual tapes aren't there, it's just the inlays. Winter Sports, Cauldron, something or another, Frankenstein, Checkered Flag. Way of the Exploding Fist, Eskimo Eddie, and that's a really old ocean game. Impossible Mission, Hyper Sports. Don't know what that is. Ant Attack, don't know. Two good games anyway. What's that? Focus. Is it focusing? It's not focusing, is it? I'll just put it there. Grand something. Grandmaster? I don't know. No, I can't read that one. Games. Copycat, Jungle Trouble, Zoom, Everest Ascent. E-A-S-E-N-T. Fantastic. Ah, there we go. Hey, look at this. Ah, see this? I didn't realise that was in there. This is the controls for Elite. There we go. Now I've actually got Elite on disc for the C64, so I'm going to put that as a spare. Right, time is of the essence. Nodes of Yesod, Fairlight, Monty on the Run, Frank Bruno. There's even Farlight. Oh, 5%. Right, here's another C90. What have we got this time? We've got, looks like Cowboy, Chopper Chase, Convoy, Bandit, Tennis, Mouse. Ah, there we go. Basic programs. So these were, I don't know whether he wrote them or whether he just copied them. C15, Death Chase. So I can't read that one. Manic Miner, Cauldron. What is that? That's, don't know. Know what that is. There's another homemade cassette inlay. Armageddon Man, Ace of Aces, Airwolf, Beachhead, Biggles, Bombjack, Booty, Catwalk. You've even got the wee timer things so you know exactly where to fast forward to, and there's more. So what is this? Protect your programs or hack in the header. Down to 3% guys. This is the very last thing anyway. This looks like a map. Ah, see, there's more of these things. I don't know what these are. No idea what these are. Whatever it is, he certainly liked them because there's bloody tons of them. Don't know what these were. And this is some sort of map for a game which I'm not too sure. And listen guys, this is going to run out. It's an interesting find, shall we say. It's it's a part of history. That's why I like stuff like this. So anyway guys, as usual, please feel free to like, comment and subscribe, and finally, thank you very much for watching.